Good morning. Good morning. It's Brenda, Esh, and Shoshana back with another little episode of Stepping Stones to Happiness. And of course, there are no basic stepping stones to happiness, even though we walk on them anyway, because who we actually, basically, fundamentally are is happiness, excitement, joy, the true love of life, the true treasure of being alive. We are that. And what is it that takes it away from us? That's a wonderful question because actually, in truth, nothing can take away who we are. But it does seem to. It does seem that this wonderful state of happiness, aliveness, just the treasure of being alive, it's many of us feel robbed. We're robbed. Or somebody will come along with a very gloomy face and we get pulled down, or a horrible story, we get pulled in, or fear of the future, we get dismantled and we forget the larger truth of who we are and what we have, the resources we have. So let's talk a little bit about this is actually a wonderful step, if you want to call it that. But living in the world as we do take steps one after another. This is a wonderful step in restoring our true happiness to us. It was never taken away, but we have to reconnect with it. That's what the word restoration means, restoring it. It's reconnecting with something that's basically always there and always will be there. So, what is it that seems to pull us out of that awareness and out of that wonderful feeling? Well, one thing that's very important to explore, and we'll take a few episodes to explore this, is getting caught in the scenery of life. There's a lot of so-called scenery in life, a lot of things that come up, storms, rough weather, bad days, fearful moments, news, all kinds of scenery. Take a moment and just take a moment and become aware of the scenery of your life day by day. We think that scene is going to last forever. Like if we're on a train and going through a town, oh, we might look out the window and it's so beautiful. We get completely caught, transfixed by the scenery. We're not even aware we're on the train anymore, moving, going somewhere. It's just the scenery that bewitches us almost. And as the train keeps moving, the scenery in another town might be not quite as pleasant to drive through. Interesting, right? Actually, my brother, I'll tell you a little funny story. Years ago, I'll never forget, he was a world traveler. He just loved to travel. And he called me once and he was gotten off the plane, I think in Iceland, and I was supposed to pick up another plane there. It was a normal stop. And he was so enthralled by the scenery. He loved it so much. He never got on the next plane. He didn't get on it. He called me. He said, "Oh my goodness, here I am. I cannot go. I can't leave. I can't take the plane. Send me some warm clothes." That's a wonderful story, and it's a true story. We can become so enthralled by the scenery, they don't get back on the plane. Now, this isn't about good or bad. We're not talking about huge trips here, but in a way, every day is a huge trip. And sometimes some scenery will come to us and we can't get back on track. We can't get back in the direction that we're going anymore. And we can't bring with us what we have, which is our sense of happiness and joy. We need all kinds of things to adjust to the scenery, warm clothes, this or that. There are many ways in which we adjust to difficult scenery. Many practices exist for that purpose, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of them. All I want to do here together is look together at ways in which we can understand what's happening and understand how not to lose the intrinsic optimism, goodwill, happiness, and hopefulness that we originally and forever are. When we don't lose touch with that, whatever the scenery is, we know naturally how to ride through it, what to do, what not to do. It's not necessary to wonder. Our intrinsic wisdom knows. Try this. Try all of these little messages in your life. You know, it's lovely to listen and hear things. It's fun. It's great. I do it myself all the time. Interesting. But the true moment comes when we practice it right in the conditions that appear to us in our lives as they are. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy this, please subscribe and hit the like button. And you know what? If anyone wants to leave a message or send a message, I'm so happy to hear from you and to respond. Thanks again. And have a really beautiful day. Whatever the scenery is, have a beautiful day. Thank you.